I've now been to Nimmitabel and had a look at 32 Wolfe Street, and I have spoken with a group of concerned community members, and I think they have reasonable grounds to be upset. To me, it looks like we have an auto dismantler's business operating out of the site. But I'm not a compliance officer. It does have shipping containers on site, and in our paper last month, the CEO advised us that they do require approval. And according to residents nearby, we have people living in a dwelling that may not be approved as a dwelling and may not have an occupancy certificate. This is the nuts and bolts of it, and hence my motion's quite simple. I think we need to go and have a look. So, number one, let's go and have a look and work out if any of that's true and deal with it if we need to. Number two may actually not be relevant anymore because it was written in response to the fact that apparently we didn't know about past complaints and we hadn't done an inspection. In fact, the CEO's comment in the last paper said council has no records of any compliance matters of the property and council is not engaged in any inspection. Residents provided me with correspondence from council that said the contrary. That's attached to the motion, and indeed the CEO has stated that that's not all of the correspondence. So apparently I didn't have all of it. So we must have found it along the way. So that's a good thing. That's a different file. So perhaps two's not needed, but I guess I am kind of wondering about the root cause of that, why it is that we couldn't find it last month, but we found it this month. So that's what the motion's about. We have a community concern. I think we should go and have a look, and I think we probably should understand why we're not finding records easily and giving councillors the correct guidance as a result. Sorry?
Well, I'd like to speak about the motion. I think that this goes probably a little bit further than what's put here, in that the fact that I think we need to address our compliance and complaint process, because what I'm hearing is there's a lot of compliance issues going through the system with these type of issues, and nothing's getting done. And I think we need to address that. I didn't support that last time because I thought it was a personal matter that shouldn't have been handled that way. But I do believe if we've got a compliance process in the council and these sort of, if there's proof that there's been people complained and hasn't had an answer or a paper trail to say what the results was from it, we should have a report here now from our compliance officer that there was a complaint given on this day and this was what the result after my inspection I come up, but we get none of that. And I think there's an issue out there and I think we just can't walk away from it. So I think it needs addressing.
Councillor Stewart, part two of my motion is to conduct a review as to why past complaints lodged by members of the public have not been actioned or where action may not have, resulted in a response. I'd be quite happy for that section to be broadened beyond this address, if that would meet it. So I don't think we need to change the wording,
We've had two presentations here today.
Yeah, I agree.
Can we make it an actual policy issue instead of just attacking?
Yeah, well, I think something we've got to address it. We can't put our heads in the sand any longer.
Next question.
Please.
Sorry?
Against.
Against? Thank you. 5 minutes.
The issue in relation to this location was held by the mayor at the time last month to be inappropriate or not quite unlawful, but certainly not to be proceeded with. And the basis of that was what I would propose or say was improper motives by the proponent of the motion. I don't think that's changed. I think it's completely unfair and inappropriate to target and single out a particular residence for reasons which are very apparent to everyone that's sitting around the table. But I'm going to call it out. I just think it's wrong and I won't be voting for it. And I think it's entirely inappropriate.
Thank you. Does someone want to speak for the recommendation? No. Councillor Williamson, would you like a right of reply?
Frankly, I'm so stunned, I'm not going to say anything. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, I put the motion. All those in favour? Councillor Rose, Councillor Elliott and Councillor Jewett and Councillor Williamson. All those against? Councillor Summers, Councillor Higgins, Councillor Hopkins, Councillor Rooney, Councillor Davis, Councillor Hanna. It is lost.